Hi, and welcome to Engineering Essentials AutoCAD Instruction. Today we're going to talk about blocks. What is a block? Well, you can see that we have a bolt here. You can imagine that we use bolts a lot when we draw devices. So why do we want to draw the bolt over and over again? Well, we don't have to. A block allows us to save an object and then use it over and over again. Now, everything you need to create and use blocks are in the block panel here. Let me pull this out so we can see everything in it. All right, the first step is to create the block. So I'm going to click on Create. I'm going to select all the objects that are in the block. Hit the Enter key when you're done. I'm going to choose an insertion point. So that's a point where you insert it the next time you're going to use it. So I'm going to go Pick Point. And usually we want it to be something physical on the object to allow for location. So I'm going to go ahead and put my object snap on and choose the bottom surface of the head at the midpoint. This makes sense, right? Because we're going to insert it most likely into a hole. And this we can physically choose the center point of the hole. All right, then you can make it annotated if you like. You can decide whether you want to scale uniformly and allow for exploding. This is important. You pretty much always want to have that selected, and we'll look at why later. All right, so we're going to name the bolt as well, or name the block as well. I'm going to name it bolt. Right, that's important because if it doesn't have a name, you can't select it. And then go OK. All right, so now I want to insert the bolt. And I go to Insert, I'll click on the little arrow, and here it is. So this will show every block that is in this current drawing. Right now we only have one, the bolt, but you can click on it, and boom, there it is. All right, so let's talk about that exploding checkbox. So if you'll notice that the original block, or original bolt, is made up of individual lines and arcs, but the block is one object. Now sometimes we can just leave it as one object, that's fine. But if we want to edit this object, we need to explode it to do that. So we simply select Explode, select the block, and now it's individual items. All right, you'll notice that we didn't get any choice about scaling or rotation when we inserted this block. All right, so if we choose the insert again, instead of choosing the picture of the block, go down to blocks from other drawings. A window will come up. You click on current drawing. That's the block that's in here. Click on the bolt. And then you can select whatever you want. So let's say I want to scale it by 0.5. So I'll put 0.5 in there. Rotate it by 45 degrees. I'll do that. I can repeatedly place it, and I can explode it right away. So I don't have to use the explode command. All right, so I'm going to move this window out of the way a little bit. And then you just click on your drawing area. So every time you click, a new bolt comes in. All right, so I'll close down this window, escape to get out of the command, and notice that these blocks are already exploded. So this bolt can only be used in this drawing. Right? The blocks that you create can only be used in the drawing that you're currently in. If we want to use it in other drawings, which would be very useful, we're going to right block it or W block it, and this will write the block to your memory device. All right, so a window comes up. I'm going to select the block that I want to write, and I'm going to choose where it's going to go. So I already chose where it's going to go, but you just click on this and choose where it goes. And then go OK. And I already had a version of this, so I'm going to just replace it. So let's see how we can insert it into a completely new drawing. So I'm going to close that. Yes, don't want to. I'm going to open up a blank drawing. Oh, I accidentally saved it, so let me open up a completely blank drawing. All right, now I'm going to insert it. So notice that there are no blocks in this current drawing, but we can get blocks from other drawings. And notice that the block that we wrote to the disk is there, so we can use that, but we couldn't use it if we didn't W block it. So I'm gonna put that back. All right, then you just insert the block. And there you go. So I'm going to close down that window, escape to get out of the command, and there it is. So remember, regular blocks can only be used in the current drawing, but if you W block it, you can use it in any drawing. Well, I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next episode.